Hello. It
Howdy
is
ho. Yep.
Monday again.
Yep.
And
Moving
here,
along. Yep.
yep. So, uh, Furday Monday, otherwise known as Fun Day Monday, but we're so creative.
Yes. Furday Monday. Furry Day Monday.
Furry Day Monday. So, welcome to today.
Yep.
And of course, today is all about our fur babies and readings for you and your fur babies. So those are the questions we're taking today.
Yep.
Well,
Or if they have scales or feathers, they're okay too.
scales and feathers are all good too. And so, Mark, how are you doing?
I'm better today. I had on Saturday, I just had a massive amount of sneezing, coughing, who knows why. But my head was so stuffed up. I don't usually have a headache, but but then the next day, no coughing, no sneezing, nothing. So,
Yeah, I feel like it was sounds just like a good
yeah.
old allergy attack.
Yeah, it was right before the show. So my head was so busted. I went, I don't think I'm going to be able to do readings because my head is so out of it. But now I feel better today.
Annie Bear says you were releasing your ascension. It was part of your ascension.
Well, let's call it that.
Yeah, we'll take that. I like it.
I feel like I'm ascending out of my seat.
So again, if you have questions, I just had, how spirit enters in sometimes and that ringing comes in your ear.
Yeah.
It's very evident. All right. So I guess
we're here ready.
We are going to get some good messages. So for all the fur family.
Yep.
Who, by the way, since Annie Bear brought it up, is also going through ascension. So they also are in the same energy as we are.
Yep. Mine act like it too. They are extra tired, like me.
Mm-hmm.
But then they'll have little spurts of energy, which they'll act like a kid all of a sudden. But then we go back to resting.
Yeah. Because no joke. I'm like, oh, I'm ready for a nap now. Oh, it's only noon. Okay, so
we're noticing you pretty in pink today.
Thank you, Annie Bear. I was just telling Mark, I try to get away from black for one day, and then I regret it when I'm looking in here. But so thank you. I needed to hear that, Annie.
You look really nice in that color. And look, that color kind of matches the color in my.
Well, that's probably why I wore it, so we can be matchy.
Oh, this looks nice.
Okay, thank you for all the questions coming in. That is fabulous. So, all right, shall we get started?
We can.
Okay.
We wanted to do special today. No,
I think it's something special to read on.
Okay.
Do you have any ideas?
We're complementary colors. Somebody says we complement each other. Yeah, that's true. I can't think of anything. I thought I was going to, but no.
Okay, we'll just read.
Yeah.
I have an eye appointment right after this anyway.
Oh.
Because how that changes too.
Yeah. You're having your eye replaced. Oh, okay. Just going to get new green ones.
Okay, so we do ask if you do put a question down that you stay the whole time. We're not here very long, and so it's not a big sacrifice. So that way we're not saying, "Are you here? Are you here?" It gets irritating. So, and
our regulars are really good at it. They know the.
And maybe at the end we'll do the circle of light thing.
Okay. There's a question from Casual Observer, who's new to me. Hi, Casual Observer.
Hi, Casual Observer. Gotcha.
Got a question.
Okay. Hi, Ellen. Good afternoon. Good morning, wherever you're at. This is my dog, Tyler
Yeah.
had a message for me. He passed in 2010 at the age of 15. He comes to me when I'm sick. So he still does his little job with you. I love that, Ellen, that he still in spirit is just right there with you when you need him to help with your energy. And Ellen is here.
Did you see Pam Pierce's question? It was right above the one you starred. Casual observer.
Thank you.
No problem. It's
Okay.
funny how it's easier for the person who's not starring to see the question. It's
It really does happen.
you reverse the order. You have to always tell them. It's like, oh yeah, yeah, and I'm like, okay, well, it's weird. Okay.
100%.
Hi, Ellen. Little Tyler.
Tyler. Okay.
So he'd been gone a while.
Well, Tyler does come in. He is a healer. I see he comes in and he shows me the symbol for healing would be licking, and so he's like licking a wound. So I feel he is a healer, and he does come in to help with that. So when you are sick, that makes sense. But I'm wondering when you had him for the 15 years here on this plane, if you noticed when you weren't feeling well, or if someone that you knew wasn't feeling whatever, even emotional healing, that he would be very present during that time, whether he's putting his head on your lap or what he's doing. But very unconditional with you. He was particular about, I don't know if these are toys or something, but it feels, he's showing me that he's particular about keeping his stuff to himself, or in his corner, or in his spot, or I don't know what this really means. So I'm getting the symbols here. I get this, you know how it works, Ellen. I get this little video, but I'm not quite sure how to interpret it really, because I don't have all the details. I don't have the reference like you do. So you'll have to place it where it goes. But he's showing me kind of like his toys in one spot. And it feels like he likes his toys to be his, like in his spot. Did you have any other animals while you had him, Ellen?
She says he'd steal the kids' stuffed animals and take them outside and pee on them.
Okay, there you go. That's what he's showing me then. There you go. And pee on them. He was marking them as his. He was very particular about that. Showing that. So that's just him coming in and showing his little quirks, and that it's him that's here, Ellen.
Yeah, and Ellen, who do you have now at your house? Is there a cat or dog there now? I don't know. He kind of wants to talk about who's with you now. Tyler.
Cat Billy.
Yeah, because you don't have a dog, do you? But you have a cat. Yeah. What's going on with this cat, Mr. Tyler? How long have you had Lily? Well, yeah, and I didn't want another. Yeah, I got it. Because he right away you've had her for 7 years, right away telling me that you didn't have another dog, but that there was a cat there. And then I pulled a couple cards, and these are the ones.
Thank you, Annie Bear.
And I'm just going to let you interpret them with me, Ellen. This is the first one. Awakening, eyes wide open. This little dog on the bed. Imagination, get the big picture. Cooperation, we're better together.
Mm.
And then acceptance, loving what is. Now, I get this card when I've gotten it. Oh, you got to. When they've changed form and come back, but in a different form. So what I'm getting at is, and this is what I've been hearing since the beginning, then the cards are coming out that same way, is that maybe he's still with you, but he's in a different form. A cat, your cat. Look at that, and the dog and the cat together. And you know why he did that? Because you didn't want another doggy, because that was horribly heartbreaking. But he wasn't really done, because he gets this better together, right? And oh look, there's that lost card, because you were in deep grieving, but he wasn't done with you. And so this awakening, eyes wide open, that usually is telling me to just look a little closer at Miss Puss Puss. Give her another look there. Anyway, Ellen, that's what's coming through for me today on that. It's one of those things when I was hearing it, and I'm going, what is it? Then I want the cards to go, another direction, but no, they went in the same exact direction. So I feel like that might be what's going on here. I don't feel, like you said, he's with you when he's sick, but so is that cat, isn't she? Or is it a boy cat? I don't know, but I feel like that little cat likes to be with you when you're sick too. Anyway.
Thank you, Gina. So yes, miss him every day. He understands. Yeah. I love that you still feel him around you when you need him the most.
Yes, she's with me always. Just consider that, Ellen. Let that just go around in your mind a little bit, because I feel like he was trying to get that across to you, certainly through me. But just see how that sets with you a little bit.
Hugs, Ellen.
Yep. Thank you, sweetie. And thank you, puppy dog, for coming in and talking.
Yeah, that's so sweet. Love him.
And a lot of times I'll get that feeling where they're over in heaven, but I wasn't really getting that with him.
Okay, Anne, can you tell us a little bit more, Anne, about your cat, Midnight? So we know what we're tagging in on.
So Midnight was a yellow tabby. Ah, ha, ha, ha. I think he might have been a bit.
That's funny. Hi, Sharon. Welcome.
Midnight. Yeah, like Anne, is Midnight here?
If Anne is still in the house. All right, Anne, I'm going to put you next because we want to keep moving along. So I'm not going to erase you from the list, but I'm just going to put you on next.
Yeah.
No worries.
That way we can keep moving. There's Anne.
Oh, Anne's here?
Yeah. She had to put him to sleep.
Okay.
She thinks like 2015. Okay.
Okay. All right, Midnight.
Around 2015. So that's been about 9 years ago.
Well, Midnight is coming in. It feels as though he or is it she or he?
I think it's a he. Yeah, he.
Yeah. So he comes in, and he it first of all says you did the right thing. I don't. Did she say she put him to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that he was very much ready to move on.
Right.
It feels like there was some suffering there at the end, so he was ready to go. So he's saying you did the right thing. So don't hold anything like, should I have tried something else or no? He's releasing you from that. Okay. I also sense other animals with him. I don't know if it was here or on the other side, but he's showing me other, like he was part of a family more than just him. He was very good at his job here, he said. He was very diligent and very good. So I don't know if he brought you a lot of gifts from the outside or what he did, but he said he was very good at his job. And felt very much a part of the family. He wouldn't change a thing, basically, what I'm hearing with him.
And
one, okay, and no other animals. One's in heaven, so he's just he's with everybody up there.
and you don't have any other you don't have animals now, Anne? Is that what you're saying? I don't think he's in heaven. I think he's already come back. I don't know where exactly, but I just feel like he's already has already incarnated again. And I was thinking that and feeling that. And then these cards, I pulled some cards here, and they're always my cards if I've come back. So first is innocence, looking through fresh eyes, returning as a new little kitten. Getting out of your box, it's like moving from the past life into a new one. And then I always get this territorial, find your place. So when they're back on the earth looking for their rightful place. So that would make me think he came back to continue, his soul's progression. And I think it's good. It's a good, he came back into a good home where he's like spoiled kitty. Everything's going his way. And it's all about him. So it feels like it was this new life has been really good for him. So I know you asked for a reading for him. And I think that's what he wanted to tell you is that he's, like what Debbie was telling you ahead of time, because she was talking about his life with you and how it was and all that. And I agree. And he had, he was really connected to you. He loved his time there. It was his time to cross. Don't feel guilty about that. And, it's been a while now, like nearly 10 years, but I'm feeling like he moved on to the next experience, like took what he got from the experience with you and he's moved it into a new one. But it's been, like, let's say if reincarnation went up a ladder, so he moved up a step in this new experience. There's not like hard knock life. It's more moving right into a loving family and stuff like that. That's what I'm hearing. Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Viviani.
Viviani.
I asked him for a couple cards for you, and this is what he brought in for you, that friendship that you had with him. Love that. And allowing him to be his true self. So that what I was getting with is what I was getting with him, that is he was like that hunter or whatever, had that hunting thing. And I don't know how it played out or if he was allowed to play it out, but somehow you allowed him to be that. You were definitely connected.
Right. And I love that kissing up with the human, because it was like that relationship you had with him, helped him move into the next one, because it was this human animal loving relationship, I feel like, which he was able to carry on.
Mm-hmm. Blessings to you, Anne.
Yep.
True. She said true about him. Awesome. Thank you, Anne. All right. All right. So I'm going to read kind of some of the names here I have for readings. We have Melody of Anna Lee. We have Jana. We have Sandy, Casual Observer. We have Pam, Annie Bear, Pauline, and Angela. So if you didn't hear your name, I missed the question and you may have to rewrite it.
Yeah.
Okay. See how Mark and I can do today, getting through.
Yeah.
All right, Melody. Okay, the first part of the question. Oh, look at that sweet baby on her picture. May I have a message from Luna, please? Thank you. Luna is my Siamese cat who passed away before Christmas over a year ago, and we are writing a book together. She was 14 and a half. Okay. So she's helping you channel that book, huh?
Right.
That's fabulous.
Luna, Luna, Luna. We know another cat named Luna.
Marie Carmen. Did I say that? Because I didn't see that question. So,
Yeah, I didn't see your question either, Marie.
all right, Marie. Sorry. If you could rewrite that question. Okay. Luna.
To Luna. Where's that Luna butt I usually have to look at?
I know. She's taking her nap. Talk about sleeping a lot lately. Okay.
Yeah, I've known a few Lunas.
Okay. So, Luna, okay. She feels very. So, Melody, are you getting? Have you been? Did you have any season where or season, any journey through some illness recently, or? She's giving me the feeling, and I know that you are kind of asking more about this writing the book together and some channeling with her, but she feels like she's bringing in healing, or maybe you're writing about healing, but she's bringing in healing energy, and this is deep healing. This is more shamanic feeling. So when I get the shamanic feeling healing, this goes deep. This is like ancestral. This is childhood. This is like deep stuff, not just like a recent healing, a recent thing. But also she was touching in on that too. But interesting. Okay. Yeah. Again, she's taking me back there again with the shamanic healing stuff, because she's now drawing symbols in this dirt. And usually when I see that, it's definitely that deeper healing going on. But Melody is not answering us, so I don't know.
What up, Melody? I think she's here, though. Did she ever say hello?
Marie, gotcha.
I know, Melody, because I wanted to ask you something, of course. This is, me. I have to, ask questions every time. I wanted to ask you about your living situation. Are you settled down? Are you where you want to be? Are you settled in? I know you were having a little bit of moving, and because Luna seems to be wondering about that.
ML says she's here. I don't see her.
Yeah, I don't either. Well, maybe we should move on to another question.
Yeah, this is what we really like you to stay. And Melody, she's here. I have recently had a couple of falls and am exploring ancestral karma. All right. So there you go, Melody. She's right there with you during all this.
Yeah. Like friendship care is there. There she is, right when you are achy. She comes and helps.
I feel like with this, oops, sorry, friendship.
No, not just showing that when you said, yeah, she's there, that's the card that came up. Like she comes to you when you're in achy. She also is there with you writing. She wants you to go for it, go push yourself farther. Yeah, assertive, take place at the table. You know, I'm asking about what's your living situation, Melody.
She wants you to be a little. I like that courage card and this assertive card. She wants you to be a little bit more.
Yeah, push a little farther.
Push a little harder. Be a little bit more. Use your. Don't be afraid of that.
Okay, you're still in that moving. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, this is why I'm asking that, sweetie, is because Pussycat is talking about it. And I knew you were kind of in the mood, you've been trying to get settled down in a nice place, having a lot of moving, quite a bit. Don't know where I'm going in 2 weeks. Yeah. Phew. We want to figure that out. So the reason I said that, because the very first card is territorial, finding your place, because she's concerned about you having to move and you can't quite get settled in. She'd like for you to settle. I don't know if you're going to like this part of the story, but I'm going to tell anyway, because I always say, so she's up here watching you. This is that conundrum. I'm up in the air. And this is a lot of times when they're up in heaven looking down to see what's going on. And she's looking at you trying to find your place, settle in a place. I feel like, now you might say, Mark, I'm too old for another cat or whatever. You might say that, Melody. But she's wanting you to settle down because she'd like to get back into the family here on the earth plane. She kind of like, I like this little surprise kitty secrets, let the cat out of the bag. So she's kind of looking at that possibility, Melody, of maybe she just wants you to be able to settle down. I know you want that as well. So she's really working with you on that level to find like a place to light, to settle, that's more permanent and it serves you more. And also as a place that you're going to be for a while, and that a kitty could be there too, she says. So anyway, I'm going to throw that out there in the world. Donna wants me to tell you that. Having said that, though, from where she is now, she's still working with you all the time. She is still in heaven, I feel. Before I said the other one, this one, she is there, but she comes and visits you, and she's working right with you spiritually. I know you know that. You're aware of her. I could see why it would be hard to get a lot of writing done because you're constantly moving too. That don't really help, So, well, I just moved, and I got to move again, and then I'm moving and I'm moving. But she likes the way, the direction you're going with the writing. And she kind of would even like you to go a little farther, whatever that means for you. So it's a little, I know it might seem out there, kind of, what you want to write about, but that's what it is. And you know, this card is really her now. Go for it, go for it. Courage, reach for the stars, and also open up your heart that you can have a nice place to light and settle in. And the universe can provide you with a place that's more, um, more of a foundation for you. Go ahead, start imagining that you're in this place and you're settled. You're not constantly on the move. Right. Okay. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Melody, I hope that is helpful. Giving you big hugs. And Luna's quite the magic cat.
Yeah.
What a blessing. Okay. All right. Jana. Hello.
Mini ducks.
My mini. Say hello, Jana, if you're still here. And of course, I'm not going to give my speech again. My mini dachshund, Ella, 3 years old. She barks at everything, including cars, people, and any noise. What does she have to say to explain it?
Yeah, I'm like, why is she barking?
Thank you, Jana.
Hi, Jana. She's here. Thank you so much for saying howdy. Little Ella.
All right, Ella.
She feels like a newer spirit, a little bit newer energy. Not quite as many like doggy lifetimes under her belt, sort of. So she seems newer at it.
Okay, so Jenna, what I'm being shown here is that it's not. It's more that she's just using her voice. Like she's a talker, so it's more of her personality. This isn't something that you know how some people are more talkative than others. Like in my family, in general, you're not with all of the siblings at the table, and there's 7 of us, right? Oh, well, I actually have a large family, but the one side of my family, there's 7 of us, and the 7 of us sit there. There's going to be a couple of them that will dominate the conversation because they're just talkers, right? And then the rest of us are just more listeners. So she's a talker.
Right. That was my first thought too, Debbie, is that she likes to hear herself talk.
She's just a talker. So not, yeah, she's like the type that gives the detail on everything. Like it's those type of people, right? So that's who you have in a little dog.
Right.
And Ella's just, and she's the type you would sit down and just, and shoot the shit with, because she just loves that. So do the same to her. It's very difficult. Yeah. So Jana, you're saying that you feel like she's not being friendly when she's doing all that barking.
Yeah. Well, it just seems out, it's just the not stopping it, it's just that nonstop. Well, I do feel like this might sound odd, but then when do I not? But she's happy and excited about being a dog. Now, I don't know. Maybe this might be her first doggy time or something. But she's excited about it. She likes it, and she does announce about it.
Nonstop.
Yeah. Do what you love. So she likes to bark. It's like it's almost like she wasn't able. This is a new thing, and she's into it. Then I also get the harmony get on key. That's like I like the sound of my voice, and it's music to my ears. Um, the other thing is she's a little pip, and a lot of stuff is up here bigger, and so she feels like she needs to make a statement so that you don't miss her or overlook her. She feels a little like she's easy to miss, or she needs to make herself seem bigger. Let's say that. Um, and when she's out and about, she just it's like back off. Don't mess with me. I'm full of myself. I'm announcing. But let's talk to her for a minute and see if maybe she can do a little less announcing.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, and offer her times when it's okay to talk. Sit down and have talk time with her.
Right.
But because that is, I do feel there it is trainable a little bit here. Like you can help her out. And she wants to be acknowledged. I mean, acknowledge me. See me, see me, see me, very similar. Hear me, see me, hear me,
Those
see
are
me.
actually dachshunds in that picture.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
Which is what we got on our hands here is a little dachshund.
Okay. There you
Now,
go.
she's got a mini dachshund, so that means even smaller than a regular dachshund. She's tiny, and her size is a little bit of it. It's like that I'm a lot in a small package.
Mm-hmm.
My little buttercup loves to talk. And, I've said this before. My big giant shepherd dog hardly ever makes a sound. And then my little pup, she has to express her opinions. And that's just that. That's a little bit what's going on here. Now, Jana, they like 10 pounds. Yeah, a little pip. They like to please you. Dogs like to please you. That's just the thing. They want to please their master, their person. So a good thing would be to talk with her and say how your walks are more enjoyable if she's not barking all the time. We can enjoy walking more often, and 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 I enjoy it more if you don't have to bark about everything. She's still going to bark some, but she doesn't just have to bark constantly. I'm telling her.
See me, hear me, see me, see me, see me, see me.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared down here.
Yeah, I know.
I think there's a lot of things going on with this, Jenna.
Yeah.
But again, because she's just a talker and anyways, it's more. So you're seeing this behavior a little bit more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She don't really see it. She doesn't quite get that it's a problem. So let her know, not, you're not fussing at her or anything, but just let her know that it would be nice to have some quiet time on the walks. She can still talk to you and tell you all of their stories. But for walk time, let's try a different energy because it helps me. She'll like it. You can be of service. They like it when you put it in those terms, how you can serve the family and serve me more, because they really do want to. That's been my experience in all these years. And they usually just get a little bit of cross communication, or they don't really realize it's a problem. And I still do get, she's like a newer spirit. Mm-hmm. And even being that miniature version, kind of encourages more barking as well, a little bit, because it's about her size. She's like trying to be bigger, and she uses her voice to, I would sit down and talk to her, though, quietly. If you watched before, you're new to me, Jenna, but take a moment, get quiet. Imagine her coming up to sit and talk with you, and just have a little talk with her. Yeah. She doesn't have to physically be there. You can just do it in your third eye. Okay.
I think she's a new spirit too. I do Reiki on her all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Keep it up and talk to her and be intentional about times where it's okay to talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and then say, these are the times that we can chit chat. And these are the times we want to keep it down a notch. All right, Jana.
She does use her voice to talk, though. She's talking. She's telling you stuff. And it's like, this is the way I communicate. So it's pretty cute, actually.
Hey. Imagine with my shamanic journeys, I have to tell you, last night opened back and a possum was right there. And I heard in my head, hey, Mom, where's my food? Kind of freaky. Oh, yeah.
Up your back door and there was a possum.
Oh, yay. Did you give him some food, Mom?
Give her a little something.
All right. Okay, we're going to go down to, because Carol reached out to me last night in regard to this. So let's do this one.
Okay. Hi, Carol.
Hi, Prince Charming's mom.
Hi,
All right.
Yep.
So her friend's
Gelding.
Buddy has become very barn
sour.
Sour?
So that usually, I think, means they don't want to leave the barn. I think.
I believe he is in pain and have convinced her to. I convinced her to have the vet out. Do either of you feel he is experiencing pain in his limbs, feet, or back? And I have a little bit more information here. Let me get to it. Nope, that's not.
So, Carol, is barn sour mean they don't want to leave the barn, or does it mean they don't want to go to the barn? I think it means they just want to stay in the barn, is what it means.
He's 17. Buddy. You know, she just wants to ride down the road with her friends, but she can't. Just wondering about this pain, and I feel like, see if I can get a picture. Here he is.
Hi there, handsome boy.
Yeah, very handsome boy.
Mr. Buddy Boy. Yeah, that's what I thought it meant. He just wants to go back to the barn all the time. They
Okay, just kind of always heading back to the barn. Okay.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's something else going on, though, I feel like. So he's not the only horse there, is that right, Carol? Does he live with other horses? Feels like he's having a little bit of something with another horse, but I don't know. Is there something physical wrong, buddy?
He is with other horses.
Okay, yeah. Something about the routine has changed. About the riding routine. I don't know if there's a new person riding him or if there's some back and forth going on with one of the other horses.
But when they ride out, they are with his friends.
Right.
So they're all from the same place. I'm feeling there's like you said, a couple things going on.
Yeah. Go ahead. What are you picking up?
Um, I'm wondering if there's some. Carol, do you sense anxiety with him too? I know there's, she never rides out alone. Yeah. Do you ever? I understand that there's possible pain, but I wonder if there's also anxiety with that, because I have the snake and the just breathe card coming in, and that combination speaks to some anxiety about what could be in the grass. Snakes in the grass, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Buddy likes her. Buddy loves her. So
Yeah, no, I don't think it's about
the relationship is good. He has other issues going on here. And so let me check out a little bit more here. Um, the reason when I step into the energy here, I just feel.
It almost feels like there's some kind of new sense of competition or something between him and one of the other horses, because it feels a little bit like this horse is upsetting me or something. And weird, I got the 6 of Wands, but the weird thing about this, look, he's on a horse. And it's like he's got I'm the winner, I'm in front, and here's all these other horses. So that I was already thinking it has something to do with the other horses that he's going out with. I realized that this is a routine of sorts. It feels like a competition, or one of the other horses is being a little bit bullying or something. Because he's feeling a little bit they are out on a ride. He wants to turn back and buck her off. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, it's not about her though, Carol.
It is not about her.
No.
It's about this.
It's something about, it's about the thing. Something's different about, now I know they've been doing this, but there's some new thing that's going on here that's new. And he don't like it. And he just doesn't want to go. He just wants to go back home. So it feels like some kind of back and forth with he just like rather go back in the barn with his mom and just Ace of Cups, just have private loving that's only for him, and there's nobody else in there to get any. It's just he just needs all the attention for him right there. I'm not really picking up a medical problem.
I'm not either, and I keep throwing and I keep throwing. I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting the medical thing either, Carol. And I keep throwing over and over again. I keep getting this anxiety. He's fearful of something. He's fearful of something.
Yeah, like, is he in pain?
He's good with her. Always really good with her. Like whenever she's around, he's good, but he's fearful that he can't control that. And I know you wonder about this pain that he's in, but
what I'm going to ask one more thing just to look into. Is there a new writer in the group? You said it's been going on now for about 1.5 years. So that could be somebody that joined the group, some time ago, because it's been escalating. But I'm wondering if a new person joined the group. There's some either person or horse or both energetically he don't really particularly like. And it feels like a little bit like bullying energy. I don't even know why that word's coming up. But he tries to just run back home.
yeah,
There's
it's been escalating over the past 1.5 years. His fear
changed in that routine because he used to really like it. So there's some new, I feel like it's a new person, a new energy in the group now, but it could have just been, amping up all this time. Somebody he don't like.
The boarding facility has very little
turnover. Yeah, there's some new energy there, though. Is there somebody new taking care of him? Something's new. The fact that it's been going on for a while means the newness could have started some time ago. But he just keeps saying it's different. The routine changed. So maybe there's a new groomer or a new person that cleans the barn or whatever, something like that. Some kind of a new, influence. Well, I wish I was there, but anyway.
Yeah, and again, Carol, and maybe it keeps taking me back to the social situation. You have the writer, the lilies, and the paths. The lilies bring in this isn't necessarily a health. It talks about social
Yeah.
health.
Look, and you got the rider
path.
The horse.
Yeah. So it feels social. It's something social anxiety, social fear. There's fear, snake in the grass.
Have you changed where you go on the ride? I don't know. Ask your friend though if there's just been, it'll seem subtle or like, well, how could that? But there is a change. There's like some big change that he's been trying to do it, but he don't like it. And it feels like somebody.
Every time I step into his energy though, Carol, he feels healthy. I'm not sensing pain anywhere.
Me
either. And when I do any type of scan, I'm not.
Me either.
No, even when I try to place it somewhere on him, on his, it's not.
I know. And it's like emotional was the first thing that came up. It's more of an emotional, social, like that.
Well, keep us posted, Carol. I know that it feels like it would be easier to deal with if you could just fix the pain and then he's good to go. But I'm not.
Or like if they changed his stall, or all of a sudden he's in a new part of the barn. Some kind of a change that he just feels like nobody consulted me about this. Mm-hmm. Let us know though, okay, hon, if you figure out anything.
Yes,
Carol.
You're welcome. All right. Yes, I have Marie Carmen's question.
Marie.
Got it right here. Sandy Miller.
Oh no. Oh no, she got hit by a
car last week. She did well. We are healing the best we can. How does she feel? Thank you. So let us know you're here, Sandy. And then because we are getting towards the end of our time today, we want to make sure that we reach people who are.
And Sandy, if you are here, say hello. What's your puppy's name?
Sandy's here.
Yes. Hi, hon. Poor puppy. I'm so sorry. That's terrible.
Carol, thank you. Blessings to you. Very kind.
Wolfie. Little Wolfie.
Wolfie. All right, Wolfie. He gives me a sense he's doing okay. Now, I'm not sure how this works when that kind of thing happens to them. He does give me the feeling of kind of being a little confused that he can't kind of just do what he did before. But as far as he doesn't give me a sense of pain. She's so active, but she's coping, but sad. Yeah. So she just there's a little bit of confusion with that, but she's okay. She just, she loves the attention she's getting. That's for sure. Like the little extra attention, but she is a little bit confused of why she can't do what she did before, but as she heals.
Hmm.
But she's trying to do the best she can. She's trying to be obedient because I feel like she kind of pushes the boundaries a little bit. How sweet is she, Mark?
Yes, very cute.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Love her.
And it was a little bit of a oops, like she was a little, she's got puppy brain. So let's get that across right away. She's only 6 months old. So that means, she's a little all over the place. She hasn't quite got old enough yet to know all the rules. And so this kind of came as a surprise, that this happened because she just gets too beside herself a little bit with friskies and stuff. So she's a dork. Yeah. That was kind of why it happened. Don't punish yourself too much about the occurrence, uh, you know, that it happened. It's a learning experience for her. Luckily, it happened at this age because I don't think it did any permanent damage. I feel like it's,
She's a dork.
yeah, like sometimes like a young baby, they'll fall and stuff, but they just roll it and they're okay because they're more bounceable or whatever. So in a way, this little puppy was a little bit more bounceable. She wasn't quite like her bones and everything aren't completely. They're still a little bit rubbery and stuff. So that's a good thing, and I think she's going to get better, get on. It's going to be as if it didn't happen. But you do have to kind of watch her. I get this protection card and put up your guard. So you have to kind of watch her and, oh, I should have had her tied up all the time. Yeah. So, you have to kind of take some steps. Again, she'll get better as she gets a little older. She's still got wild and crazy puppy brain, which, squirrel, what's over there? I'm going, I'm running, I'm jumping, I'm spinning in a circle. There's my daddy, there's my mom. Ooh, what's over there? Cat, squirrel. It's like that all the time. So you have to be a little extra, parenting around her and watch her. Like you wouldn't really want to leave her tied up unless you were there. Don't leave her tied up alone. Only because her energy, she end up hurting herself or something because she's a little bit too dorky, like you said. But she's going to get better. She's going to grow into herself. A dog that size, it can take up to 2 years for them to get into, I'm a grown-up dog now, and I'm much more reasonable, and I can think more clearly. So, that's kind of what goes on when they're puppy heads. But I like her, and she's very happy to be there.
Yes, and she does want to be a good girl. So
Yeah,
that's going for you both because she does want to cooperate and be part of the team. So she's gonna be a good one for you.
yeah. That took her by surprise, though. She wasn't really expecting to get knocked back. That was like whoop.
What happened? Yeah,
And she probably got a little sad afterwards, like I was just being a puppy. Then all of a sudden I got slammed, and I don't really know why. She didn't understand all that, but it did help her. I hope it makes her less, more cautious about vehicles and stuff, which I think it did. Okay.
All right. Tell me about Lemmy, who I fostered 5 years ago, then was put down by the pound. Short hair Chihuahua. Lemmy had a problem with biting when afraid. A problem with biting people when afraid. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Actually, she kind of learned the problem, I must say. She didn't come out of the mama wanting to bite people. She kind of learned it, Marie. Little Lemmy. So you fostered her.
Lemmy is got a restart, or I don't know the word, but Lemmy Lemmy got to come back.
Yeah.
And actually a different body, a different experience. But you, she's saying that when that your energy brought her like a calmness. She's grateful for the time she had with you. But again, I think you're right, Mark. There's something about this was a behavioral problem that was that it was like out of protection, out of protecting herself. I want to say it feels learned. It wasn't.
It feels like whatever. It was never in her favor at home. She was always the villain or whatever. Say the kids were constantly on her and on top of her, and she was little and afraid, but nobody ever took her side in the situation.
And so like it was like that constant. So it's almost like that panic at all times, and then you you react out of that.
Yeah, and nobody knew enough to like take into consideration her side of the story.
Let me get the male. Okay.
He's a little pup, and it's too much energy around him, and we need to be a little more considerate of him. But I do feel like he liked you. You know, you said like he had a problem with biting, but I don't feel like he was like biting you, kind of. I mean, he was a nervous little dog. I get it. But I think the time he spent with you, you know, he said you fostered him, was the most positive time.
I agree.
Because in that time, the intimacy was much more taking him into consideration. You know, like when they would get up close, and it would be like, have you seen kids with the puppy? You're like, no, that kid is too rough with the stop, you know, stop picking the cat up or stop grabbing the puppy by its leg and stuff. It was like that, and nobody ever said stop. So any time of any kind of interaction wasn't good, but then the interaction with you was much better.
Yeah, and he was such a sweetie. He did bite me twice, but he was very sorry. And so, because that reaction. So because that's how he
was
reacted that way, and so he knew he was sad about that for sure.
It showed him the other way, and I think, you know, like Debbie was saying at the very beginning, he's already moved. You know, so now he has this more loving, appreciative family.
He's in a good family.
Yeah.
Now, I'm coming as he came back.
And I think it showed him that was possible too.
Yeah. So, thank you, Ness. All right. So we are over time, Mark. We went over.
Yeah.
And you guys, I am so sorry, Annie Bear. I know we wanted to do the Circle of Light today, but I have an appointment to go to that I need to get to on time.
Yeah, no problem, sweetie.
But we will do it. I like that idea.
Is that like the light thing that I can't remember, Pan or Jesus or somebody did a thing with the Circle of Light. Is that what she's talking about? I'm wondering, or did you do something?
So on Sundays, I do a Circle of Light where we all link in. And,
okay, there.
But I think it'd be beautiful to do that.
Yeah.
With our fur family here, bringing the fur family into the light.
Yeah.
Into that healing light, into that whatever we need in from source. So I like this idea. But I just, you guys,
I don't show. It's so weird.
I gotta run.
That Circle of Light.
I'm so sorry, but
okay, honey. Well, next week we'll be on my channel, and let's let Debbie get off on her journey for the day.
Yeah. So let's do it. Can we do it next week on your channel?
Yeah.
I can lead it on your channel next week.
No problem.
We'll do it. Plan next week. We're gonna do the circle.
Yeah. And for once, I'll let you do what you want. You know, I'll just be open and loving, allow you to do. No, I love you so much.
Love you too.
Guys,
Love you guys.
you're here with us. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, you guys. Love you.